Thank you, Ashok sir. And good morning, everyone. Those are in India, and good evening to US friends, and good afternoon to UK. And welcome to the third day of wisdom sharing session, and for the third week of the session, third week of the wisdom sharing. And so far, we have seen the challenges of life. Those are Arishad Vargas, and how to control them and how to conquer those. And we have also seen 7 seen mirrors of relationship, how we reflect ourselves in terms of relationship, the people that we meet and circumstances we face. And we also realized we create our reality through our consciousness. So it is very important to live in awareness every day. So to to gain harmonious relationship and reach our goal, the purpose of life. So today's topic is the types of relationships. Let me share my screen. Okay. So yeah, so there are mainly 4 types of relationship we have categorized. And first one is enemy, then blood relationship, and friends and family, friends and spiritual masters. So first one is enemy. So we already know who enemies are in our life. So we think that enemies who create unhealthy relationship, who brings unhealthy relationship into our life. And we know that we go through some emotions, like some of the negative emotions that we already spoke, the Arishad Vargas, like anger, greed, and all those things. So we come into those feelings and thought process whenever we come across such people, and we call them as enemies. But we have realized that some of the negative emotions we can control, those are within ourselves. If we have not achieved those emotions, then we have to go through those experiences and learn from them and make a wisdom. If we already learned our wisdom, so and if still the enemy come into your picture, right, so then you should not give charge of your emotions to those people, because you already learned your wisdom that expressing your emotions causes your health issues. So what we need to do, how to behave with those people, right? So always be neutral with your enemy in behavior and even in thoughts. So just be neutral. So usually meditators who had learned their wisdom and who are conquered Arishad Vargas, they always, doesn't matter if they're friends or enemies, they just be neutral, depends on their. So some people, they go through their emotion levels, their state of mind, and they throw us some energies towards us, but we don't need to react them. Just you're a meditator or you have increased your energy levels, so the automatically the neutral process is going on within you. If you are still going through those emotions, means you haven't learned lessons fully. So we need to contemplate on that and meditate more. So, and if you already gained the wisdom, then accept your enemies as they are, and like a wall, right? So just to be neutral, don't give any emotional charge towards them, or don't show any emotions whenever you hear somebody shouting at you or somebody is harming at you. Of course, if they are trying to kill you, yes, you need to escape from that situation. But usually we don't come into that. But I guess keeping yourself safe is the important point. And if you don't respond, they will change slowly, right? So everybody likes the calm and loving people. So when you are when you have increased your levels and when you are self-loved, then you automatically love others. So even the enemy comes, you're vibrating at the highest level of love, and then you attract them the love. Not even though we can see this kind of situation happen in Lord Buddha, when Angulimala come into his life, and Angulimala is a enemy, or he's a evil person, and he's trying to kill Lord Buddha. He comes in front of him and he says like, yeah, I want to kill you. Then Lord Buddha says, yeah, just kill me, because he was in that state. And he doesn't show, because he doesn't have all those emotions, anger, grief, all Arshad Vargas he had achieved already. So he says, yeah, please go ahead and kill me, because at that time for him the body is nothing, just because his goal is to reach to highest level and realize the soul, and he knows that at the soul level consciousness. So then he automatically changes. Angulimala drops his knife down, and he just surrendered to him. So see how beautifully he changed a bad person into a good person, right? So even you have tendency, you have all the powers to change. That's why we called as gods. And when there is no unfriendliness, it will provide an environment to improve the relationship. So in natural way, if we are quiet, then enemy thinks, oh, even though I'm shouting a red balls towards them, they are not reacting it. So they slowly try to attract towards us, and even there is a chance to come into the spiritual path, and they can change themselves. So that's how we need to change enemies, and that's how we have to be an impactful person, so they can evolve and change. And the second one is blood relations. So blood relations are like, we know that the parents and siblings, and how to behave with those people. So we think that blood relations is everything. If we haven't come into this spiritual journey, and if we haven't learned this knowledge and wisdom, then we still think that, my whole world revolves around my blood relatives, right? It's me and me. Even if you married and you go into in-laws house, you always bring topic like, it's me, my parents, my sisters, mine, because you don't have the knowledge there, and you haven't learned the wisdom yet, because you are not come to that path, or probably you haven't interacted with the people who are spiritually involved, and you may not have a guru or master in your life. So then you are in knowledge of ignorance. So obviously you don't know how to behave in that situation, but that brings misery, because when you say mine is an ego, and ego gives you pain and pleasure. So how to maintain with those people? Maintain those relationships with no complete attachment and detachment, just to maintain those. Okay, so we should not have a mine and me kind of attitude, and just maintain them without attaching too much. So even it could be your parents, or even it could be your kids or your siblings. So everyone are equal. So if you attach too much, you spoil your kids, right? So just be there and think everyone are like, your gurus or masters. Everyone are in equal boat. Don't think that, they are little ones, and so you don't hit them, or don't think that you cannot learn anything, you don't have anything to learn from them. So it's always we learn from each other. So just think them, they're also one of the folks in your life, and the main relationship in your life is just you, within you. So nobody is like attached with you. You can attach with yourself so much that leads to the highly divine nature. And we provide them support. But why? What is the main important role here? The meditations is like, you need to support them, right? If I need money, or if I need help, whom I call? Take a phone call and take, right? I don't just call in my neighbors. I don't call someone in the street. So I always call my sisters or my kids and daughters. So whenever you're in crisis mode, or you need some help, it could be money or physical, you have to call them. That's why we need to support each and everyone. We need to give food, clothing, and house. And also when we give, we receive. We know that the nature will give you whatever you give to them. So we do these things in order to receive the same thing from them. And we have to keep our door always open, have a healthy interactions, and seek help when in trouble. So we always have a loving interaction. Again, we don't think, oh, they're blood, we have to be like, keep them in the same boat, like I see the street person same as this person, because you will be interacting more, and they'll be coming to your house, and you will be going to them, and you will be conscious wherever this need is coming. But don't take that blood relatives into too much into attachment, and don't think about your family problems, and too much involvement is not good, because that anything you talk negative, that becomes stronger in your memory, and you become that personality becomes like that leans towards that character. So just always have a positive healthy relationship. Try to give positive, even though somebody in your family try to give you, oh, my in-laws are like this, then just give them some knowledge and wisdom, whatever you have gone through it. So that's how, whenever you are in meditator and you live in consciousness, you are aware what you are doing and how you're guiding your blood relations. So that's how we maintain blood relatives. And when we have this knowledge and we gain wisdom, then the relations are beautiful, beautiful. We never have any. I just had a conversation with my brother. He's a very sweet brother, but I have seen, some little bit of here and there. I felt like giving him tips, whatever knowledge that I have learned from through these spiritual tablets. GK sir had beautifully guided us and transformed my life and made me live in a conscious life. So I gave the same thing. So it's like coincident. And then the next one is the friend. So we know friends are, but before coming into spiritual path, I think friends are like close relatives, like very best friend. You can lean on him forever, and those only friends you think. But friends are like whoever in around you, whoever you see in your life, who interact every day. Anybody can be friends. So you have a category of four. So enemies are one group of people, blood relations are one group of people, and then we next we have like a spiritual masters or one group of people, and the rest, the whole wide world is a friend, right? Because every people should fit in your life in one form or another form. If they are not fall into enemies, they should fall in something. If they are not blood relatives, if they are not spiritual masters, then everybody else, the rest of the people in the universe are friends. So that's how you have to consider, not like just one. If I have one or two friends, enough. No, not like that. When you have that, that means you are into attachment. So when you have attachment, that friend go away from you, then your life is gone. It's just end. You end your life, and you think you don't make any friendship. Oh no, I'm not going to make my friends because somebody betrayed me, he left me, and all. So why do you have to create those kind of feelings and emotions, right? So just live however you have to live. So here talks about how to maintain those friendship relationships, or like share your sorrows and happiness with your friend. Okay, so of course some friends are like just to say hi, hello, and they leave. Some friends, or you may meet in the lift, and you say just good morning or good afternoon. And some friends do come to your house and for a cup of tea, or you may exchange some conversation related to what you like. So so those are the friends. You share sorrows and happiness with those people. But you should also consider any person in the street. He may stop by, he may come to your house just to say hi, right? So consider them as a friend also, and treat them the same way you treat as your close friend. And just be with them to enjoy, and tell them about spirituality only when asked. So you cannot just, because he's friend, you cannot start giving your lectures right away. So you have to take a time, slowly, as soon as they see you, if you are transformed, with the meditation, they already see so many changes. They transform 50%. That's what happened in my life. My friends, I started meditation during COVID time, and I used to meet them now and then, and they say, "You, Swarna, you have changed so much." So so that's a beautiful compliment, right? We don't do anything; we just talk, and so sweetly, with so lovingly, so compassionate, because you meditate and your heart is full of love, and you are ready to give away to the universe. So that's how they notice. You don't even say anything about it. Then I used to tell, yeah, I started meditation, so that transformed me so much. So I tell, exchange for conversation. So that's how you slowly tell about self. Let them come and ask you some questions and approach you. So then slowly tell them, yeah, just please join, because I learned so many lessons. I'm enjoying. I transformed. I have increased my relationship. So then they start slowly coming into your life, coming into this spiritual path, and you can share wisdom with them. So just wait, and so you need to approach that way, but don't just give whenever you feel like. So a friend is in need is a friend indeed. So there is a proverb. So true friend helps you when you are in real trouble. So we already, most of us know very much this one, but we don't even we don't usually implement these things. And the next one is spiritual masters. So most of us know, we are already in this journey, so we know who they are and how they behave, and what we expect with them. And always discuss spiritual concepts, not your personal problem, with your spiritual master. So just don't, because these personal problems, usually slowly it will go away. Discussing personal problem with anyone, not even any enemies or blood. We don't talk about problems at all. Slowly it will eventually goes away as soon as you start meditating and increase your awareness. So, but especially we have to be in conscious. Sometimes we forget a spiritual master, because these things happens during initial journey of your meditation. So you may think the old patterns keep coming into your life, but when you understand the spiritual, this wisdom and knowledge, then you keep repeatedly, if you contemplate on that, oh yeah, spiritual master is important. But when you become a senior master, it becomes a part of your life, and you always greet spiritual master first, because that is your goal. Your goal is to reach to highest level, and it can only attain with the spirituality. So, and if you go to gatherings, meet spiritual master first, and enjoy spiritual discussions, and just say, hey, how discussion is going on, and what are current plans and programs, and just talk like that. So everybody are volunteering and doing some spiritual services here in teaching, and or constructing pyramids, and some giving donations to the people. So just to have those conversations with them, because you are in that line. If you bypass that, then that means you're still not there, and you haven't decided your goal. Then you go to friends and then relatives. So once you talk to the spiritual masters, if you happen to see them anywhere outside, and then you go to friends and relatives. Meditate regularly and be in present moment to live conscious life. So this we have seen so many times. So meditation is the root cause for everything, to eliminate all the negativity and bring only positivity and divine qualities in our life. So living consciously is very, very important, friends. So we have seen these are the 4 types of relationships. So hopefully you all understand, which type of people you are dealing with at that time, and how you consciously you have to interact with them. So you will have very beautiful, healthy relationship. And you don't need to do so many, formulas or equations here. Just increase your awareness, increase your love, self-love, self-acceptance, and self-respect, and compassion. And all those things you increase, automatically these will come into your life, and this knowledge will flows like a floods into you, because you already prepared, conditioned yourself. So hopefully all of you got this. And next one is binders of relationships. So we know that we need to maintain these kind of relationships and all, right? So, but we go through the challenges as we handle these relationships, enemies or blood relatives and all. So how do we bind with them? Okay, we bind with the enemies in some fashion. We have seen how to bind the enemies, like being neutral, okay, and then automatically they will change like that. So how do we, some people come into your life, and there's some of the challenges you go through, and we cannot just avoid the people, because avoiding people is not our nature or godly nature, because you have to learn lessons from each and every one, so you cannot avoid anyone. So how to bind those relationships, how to attract them, and how to maintain those relationships? We'll see some tips here. So GK sir had taught us like 5 ways of binders of relationships. Those are oneness. So oneness is like a universal love. So you see everyone as one, as a whole, one consciousness. So we know that, and it is proved, and I know science doesn't prove beyond whatever science doesn't prove, the spirituality proves. So the oneness, so everywhere is a consciousness. So we are one in consciousness, because we think that we are humans, and we classify ourselves like you, me, and things, but everything is under one. So even trees and we, or even the ant or mosquito, everyone has the same consciousness going through us, right? So just the difference is like you have intellect and your mind, and the other animals doesn't have. And you can walk, trees cannot walk. So those are the differential, but the conscious level is same. So when you understand the conscious level, and if you come to that awareness, then you have oneness. You see everything is one. So you love even ant, or you love trees. So if nobody is there, I live in the US, right? So you go into some difficult situations, then you think that, hey, why am I feeling lonely? See, trees are there, they are my brothers. Mother Earth is there, she's my mother. Sun and moons are there, they are my fathers and my relatives. So what am I doing? Why am I feeling lonely and I'm abandoned? So they're all my relatives, and they are giving me everything what I needed. I'm part of them, and they are part of me. So when you have that understanding, then you have that oneness of wisdom, and you show universal love, and always have love internally for your own health and growth. So why we maintain this oneness, even though with everyone, even with enemies, we have seen we have to be grateful to enemies and friends, because with our own self. So your goal is to reach to highest level. So always you talk in front of yourself, but eventually that also affects to outside world. That shows to outside world. That's why when you change yourself, then it affects to others. So that's why it's very important that showing oneness is very, very important. Usually during meditation, Chandra sir used to guide us, show oneness to everyone. So that brings to the center, brings us to the center point at the heart level, and your heart elevates and your love floods towards everyone. Realize that you and everyone in the universe are conscious beings. So everyone are equal. So we know that the conscious is here. We always keep repeating, conscious is nothing but thoughts and feelings. We are made out of thoughts and feelings, nothing else. However you feel, that's how your life creates, out of thoughts and feelings. So first feelings comes, and then thought comes, and then output comes. So if you are angry, you can immediately think that's just I'm angry. Throw that feeling, that happy feeling, then you become feel happy. So it's all consciousness. Then second binder of the relationship is bearing or patience. So what is that? Bearing is, that bear with them. So, some people are in your relation, family members, they're very rude, you feel they're rude. So people say, or husband or wife, then they say like, yeah, just you have to bear with them, right? So that is a bearing. So tolerate. So first you tolerate, and then be silent. So some people are like, keep coming into your life and throwing these kind of angry issues towards you. So how to handle them, right? We learned that reaction is not good. We always respond. But how to get that awareness? So we have to learn knowledge. So when we know, yeah, you have to tolerate first when those kind of person or people come into your life. So be tolerate and be silent. Just don't react. And this happens to test your patience, right? So see, my father cannot walk now, and this is the first time we are going through in our life, in our family. So, and my mom says, oh, what happened to my father, what happened to father, it's obvious thing, right? So we think we care and all, but what we have to show here is love. So when you love, you should think that they are like a babies. Now when you grow, like after a certain age, everyone grows older at a certain level, but when you become old, you become a baby again. The cycle repeats. So consider them baby and take care of them like gently and baby. So then you happily you take care of those people, right? And they'll be happy, and they touch your heart and they touch your feelings, and they even though the old age is so suffering and so much of pain, but they still live happy life. So that's how we have to, when we have that wisdom and when we practice and contemplate, then you can give that love and affection towards them. So I'm so happy that I'm here, I'm serving my father, giving back or cleaning or everything like a gently baby. So I'm going back to my, when I raised my babies, I don't remember those because you are at that initial stage of, growing children. But now I feel like I have come out of it, but I got some wisdom there. So I'm showing the same thing. So I tell my mom, this is an opportunity for us to serve, right? You want to serve God and pray. What is the use? Just take care. He's a God now to you. So take care like a God. Think whatever you want to do now. So we are all there for you. You don't need to alone suffer too, right? You all are there. Just be happy and do it. So those are the wisdom sharing I always keep on telling them, so that they learn and they makes them happy. And so that's how we have to bear some kind of people, second level. And the third one is like conveying. So conveying is, we have to convey, right? The word itself says like, if you, so you are silent and patient, then does that really resolve the problem? No. So it keep repeats you. Then you have to sit and talk, communicate. Even with the have family relations, you have to, you bear and bear and bear, right? First, you love, they don't change. Then bear, they don't change. And you showed all your attitude here, there, and wisdom there, and then still continuing. Then convey, means communicate. So how do we communicate with them? So communicate in again three types: Sam, Dan, Ved, and Dand. Sama, Dana, Veda, Danda, Padaya. Those are the Sanskrit words. So that's how in 4 ways we can convey people. So because there are so many levels, you cannot convey people in just only one way, right? So you have again conveying is different stages. So first stage, you communicate very politely. Hey, this is what I'm going through. I'm getting some difficulties here, challenges here, pain here. Just can we just resolve things here? Like anything, cleaning, especially those who are in US, always the conflicts happens during cleaning. So you just clean first, always you clean a couple of days without expectation. And again, but still you're also human, right? You also need some help from others. So then you tolerate and silent and all, you keep doing your work. Then you want to communicate. Hey, see, I'm going through this pain. I need some help here, helping out. So you have to communicate gently, okay? So then second step is give everything. So communicate, and again, you give whatever they want. Okay, no, don't just communicate and sit quiet and yeah, if your husband says give coffee, then oh, I'm tired. Just give, yeah, okay. I know that you are going through this testing mode. Yes, the second one is bearing is a testing. So you are in, think that you are in testing. So when you know this wisdom and knowledge, then only you understand that this is just testing phase. Otherwise, nobody will come into this situation, the understanding. So just give them tea, give them food, everything, just give them love. Okay, and again communicate. Yeah, I know this is happening. So let's see how things go. So then slight difference. Show a little bit. Still, if you're giving everything, you're communicating, and still some strong people, they still don't move their attitude, right? So just give slight difference. You show, just don't talk. Tell them and just be away from them. Okay, so just be in yourself, just meditate. You do all the things. That's what I usually do at home. I do prepare all my dining table and everything, clean everything, and then just for the meditation, because I have done whatever I need to do, and then I just take time and break and let them come and eat whatever they want, because I'm just need some patience. I need to increase my level, energy of level, so I can do more. So just give some away from them. Just be silent and don't talk, and because you already gave them warning kind of communication, not like real warning, but you communicated them enough. And then still they're not understanding, and still the same thing continuing, then mild punishment. Okay, so if the kids, if you come into kids, right, some kids are like a bit stubborn, and we have to train them. We can't take them, talk to them like adults, right? Because they're growing up, but they need to be straight in some principles there. So you need to give some mild punishment, whether it could be words or actions or showing. And we have seen in our Arishit Vartas that we show only 10% of the love. So just the love should be, the hate or anger or shout should be just the 10%, but it should convey them that you're angry. So give some mild punishment. And then fifth one is yogic way, that is dana. So sam is samarasyam in Telugu, that like a very gently communication. Dan is give everything, dan is like donating. And then Ved is like showing there's some indifference. Just indifference means not that indifference, but within your own family member, just be away. Okay, show that you are with your own business. And then dand, that is the giving some small punishment. And the punishment, if that punishment, the mild punishment doesn't work, then be in a yogic way, that show red eyeball, you show them like big eye and open your big eye, or just don't communicate. Usually when you talk words speak less than your feelings and emotions and thoughts. That already science proved, and we have seen that in meditation. So just to show, give a look, one look, whenever you don't like or they keep expecting from you, then just look at them. Then they understand everything what's going on because they already you gave the communication what you need from them. So and then just leave it to the universe, right? Just look at them and just walk away. So they understand everything. Don't even open your mouth if it's not needed. And then fourth one is support. So once you conveyed them, and then you need to support them. Okay, you have done whatever it needs to be done, communicated, show your red eye and all, then support. So when you show all this punishment also, innerly you should still love them because they are soul beings. So you are only showing angry towards their attitude, their behavior, not the personality. So the person is so sweet, love. I tell to my son, if he doesn't listen, and if he's misunderstanding, I said, Kaushik, you are so beautiful. I know that you're a beautiful soul. I know you're just these things happen. It's just happening. You're not exactly doing it. It's just happening. So when they say that, he understands that I said, like, you're a so beautiful soul. Then he takes that positive and he does the work. So that's how you have to just love them, but just dislike the behavior and attitude they're showing you. And then support them. So support is it is like during critical support. So for example, your kids or husband are still keep doing that, you cannot give up on them, right? So you're doing, and again you have to maintain the relationship because you have to live with them, because you cannot give up on anyone. Cutting the relationship is not your way, or not in divine person do. So you just to support them in critical situation, when they are ill, provide support and unconditional love and compassion towards them. So you have to support. That is the next level. Once you cross all these things, you have done enough, and now just support. And when you support them, they automatically change, right? Because they are still, no person will take. It may happen or continue for some period of time, but not all the time. That's I have experienced in my life. And I really, this completely 100% I see it. I know here and there, until we live in this world, these things keep on coming to test us, and you again use your wisdom and you again transform. So these are like a process, right? But the process will not be intense. Now it will be like a very mild and mild. So then support you. And then fifth one is carrying. So what is carrying means you just have to carry that relationship entire your life. So as I just said, you cannot give up any relationship. You just carry, especially your kids and your husbands. You cannot think that, hey, I can divorce or I just betray the kids. No, because the same experience you're gonna receive again in the next person you interact with. So always have these kind of bearers or binders in your life, so you can change. People do change it, so it's definitely experiment those things. And yeah, so the last one is carrying. Just leave it to universe and just meditate yourself, and things will naturally change, because it's a natural process. Everybody is nature. Nature is within you, nature is within them. So nature attracts nature, right? So when you are in that full of conscious level, the conscious level in there and also raises, so nature will attract towards you. So that's why you just have to do your dharma and pure consciousness level, and humble and empathy and compassion. Increase those and love everyone. So these are the 5 binders, friends. And next we have relationship management. This is, we have talked enough. Let's see the time. Yeah. So these manage, how to manage this relationship. So you manage with self and you manage with others, how to manage other relationship with others, and with the environment and with the situations. So with self, we have seen we have to be mindfulness with the only with again that with the meditation, only with the meditation. And self-acceptance, we need to maintain ourselves by accepting ourselves, self-love, and improve your courage and joyful. So these are the things you need to work on in order to improve your self-development. And there are some affirmations that we can tell every day in the morning and evening, or whenever you feel come across any situations. And especially it is very effective when you do affirmations during meditation, because you are meditating at the mind level. So directly whatever you say in the meditation, that goes directly to your subconscious level, and it stays there. So always it's better to meditate, even though you say million times, oh, I'm courageous, then it's so complex and you may forget sometimes. So just why don't you put it at the root level, right? So just meditate and keep all these self-management at root level. So they're always there and they're always handy whenever you need it. And then how to manage relationship with others. So with others, we have seen some of these things are no expectations. So never expect anything, and no judgments, and accept them as unconditionally, and no comparisons. So never compare with yourself or with your kids, with anyone, because everyone's journey is unique and everyone are unique. And everyone come to this journey, spiritual path, at different stages. So don't think that, hey, you have come, why your family is not coming. So yeah, they will come, but you just keep motivating them, keep increasing your awareness, keep increasing your energies, and increase the compassion. Even though they're eating non-vegetarian, just you don't hate them, right? So even Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, even though who eats like pig meat or dog meat, you still love them as a god, because they're what is flowing within them. They are the same consciousness, the same God is flowing within them. So love them as that. So I know you don't need to hate the characters again. If you go into deep with the characters, then you are attached to the emotions. Always see the only soul. So when you are become a soul level, then transform yourself at that conscious, then you see everyone as equal to you, and you don't compare anyone. And forgiveness, like, you forgive yourself and then you forgive others whenever they give you some harm, or you think that they're not helping you, or they're throwing some harsh words to you. Just think that, yeah, their state of mind is that level, and they are going through some pain, and let's forgive them. When you forgive them, when you give love and compassion again, they change immediately and receive love. So whatever you give, the same thing nature gives you back. And the third one is environment. So the environment, how to handle the environment. Environment is a situation, right? Environment is not like the green environment or whatever the blue environment. So environment is like the environment, the who we are living in the society, we are living in the house. So house is an environment. So the environment, we have to be compassionate with everyone, and universal love, and we need to do the service. So wherever we go, we do service. We need to do service. It could be like at the temple, or it could be at the annadan, or it could be teaching, or it could be donating your money, or participating in your energy and time in one of these courses. So this is how you manage your environment. So just compassion is always very useful tool. And then next one is situations. So situations come into your life. So how to handle those situations, how to manage those situations, right? So accept them completely. So no matter how people surrounding you, just accept that situation completely. Okay, it could be anger, or somebody might have come to the situation brings you to that you need to handle a drunken husband, or a mean wife shouting wife. Just accept them completely. The nature will, if you are vibrating at nature level, then nature will bring. That's what nature wants. Nature always loves whoever is vibrating at their level. So accept any situations completely, totally take that and think what you need to learn from that situation. So always be aware and be conscious and face courageously, right? So very bold situations come into life. So I happened to see this situation during COVID time. My husband got hospitalized, pneumonia, 2 months. That situation. Imagine, nobody will come to you, nobody give you. And I also got COVID during the same time. After 4 days of my health sickness of health, my husband got sick, and I had to take care of him. I was trying to avoid it because I needed some help and I needed some support at that time. So I was like frustrated and exhausted. And my husband got sick, but I told them I cannot do because I need some help. But then the universe gave me with the big shoutings like, oh, then I said to myself that, yeah, I need to surrender to universe, and no matter what energy level I have the tool, that meditation that gives me tons of energy, and I can gain my energy and I can give the same support to my husband. So I did it, and I successfully was able to come out of that situation and face courageously. So, and be brave and courageous, and learn lessons. So whatever situations gives you, just learn lessons from it. So that these are the management of skills masters. And yeah, this is the conclusion. So we have come to this relationship, end of the relationship topic. We build a stronger relationship with others only we have the stronger relationship with ourselves. Self-mastery is the complete control over the thought, speech, and action. So we have to be mindful whenever we talk and speech and action, whatever we do. Unless we do right things will not happen to us. See, whatever we do, the same thing comes to us. So that is the law of nature. All relationship in our life is not about other person, but with our own growth. So we are not doing, remember that we are not doing for other benefit of other people, but it's our own benefits. So whatever we are doing, everything our benefits. So with that, I conclude today's topic. And if you have any questions, let's discuss after the meditation. So now Sneha ma'am will take us to the journey of meditation. So thank you, friends. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Swarna ma'am. Thank you for your wisdom on relationships, the binders, and its essentials. So, dear masters, as Swarna ma'am has said, that it is very important for us to establish a connection with ourselves, have a certain control over our thoughts, speech. How do we get that? The answer was also there, what Swarna ma'am said in one of the essentials, which is oneness. So, our today's meditation will be about oneness, about connecting with the universal oneness, about connecting with our own selves. So let us now prepare ourselves for today's meditation. For those masters who have joined us for the first time today and are new to meditation, please follow the instructions and you will be able to get into the meditative state. There will be a soft music that will be playing in the background. The music will be an reminder, it will be an anchor for you. Whenever you feel deviated, whenever you feel like you're not being able to meditate and want to come out of it, let the music serve you as a reminder to be there, to be connected with your breathing. My dear friends and masters, please take a comfortable posture, relax yourselves. Let's take a moment and connect to the oneness energy. Let us connect and find ourselves in a beautiful space of unity consciousness where we realize that we truly are connected to all things. It is time to cleanse yourself from the attachments of the ego mind, worries, frustration, insecurities. It is time to cleanse yourself of all the lower energies. It is time to welcome your highest self to be in control of your physical form. It is time to dissolve into the oneness. My dear friends and masters, we are all one. We are all love. Everything we need, we already have inside. Each one of us on this planet is a smaller part of the universe. But what's most important is that the universe lies within each of us. The way to rule the universe, the way to become one with this oneness is to expose your heart. When the ebb and flow of our heart diminishes, we feel separate from the vast world around us, a world in which everything breathes, pulsates, expands, and contracts. Whenever you are ready, inhale and invite your awareness to your body, to your senses. Connect with the ebb and flow of your breathing. Find a comfortable sitting position. With your legs crossed and your back straight. With your spine straight, your tailbone aligned. Aligned with your spine, neck, your mind's eye, and top of your head. Clasp your palms, fingers into fingers. With your eyes gently closed, breathe naturally, feeling the rise and fall of your stomach. Breathe and relax. Remember, my dear friends and masters, positivity brings on more positive experiences, positive people, positive paths. With this meditation, let's invite positivity. Let's get into a journey into the depths of our heart and experience this positivity and experience this oneness. Breathe naturally as you do. Find that inner stillness. As you breathe, notice your mental chatter fading away. If you are having distracting thoughts, blow it away. Feel them dissipate into the air. Breathing deeply and slowly, relax your face, relax your forehead, and smile. Be present with yourself at this moment. Grateful to have eyes to see, ears to hear, hands to touch, heart to feel. Breathe into the appreciation of your fully operating human form. Breathe into the love you feel for yourself. Breathe into the unconditional love you feel for others. Breathe into the willingness of finding your inner peace, truly forgiving, inhale unconditional love, happiness, compassion, oneness of the universe. Exhale unconditional love, happiness, compassion, oneness of the universe. Emanate and project your smiling heart to the planet and into the cosmos. Breathe and become one with the oneness of the universe. As you breathe into your heart, feel the warmth of your breath, igniting the fire within. Feel the warmth of your breath, illuminating your inner being. You are complete. You are as perfect as you are. You are exactly where you should be. Inhale and say to yourself, I am love. Exhale, I am loved. Inhale, I am whole. Exhale, I am complete. Inhale, I am aligned. Exhale, I project my inner light. Inhale, I am a part of the universe. Exhale, I am one with the universe. Keep breathing and dissolve into the universe. As you feel this oneness growing, express your gratitude towards the universe. Gratitude for the gifts that you are receiving. Gratitude for the gifts that are in the making. Gratitude for the appreciation you feel in your heart. Slowly and gradually, begin to bring yourself out of the infinite space. Bring your awareness back to your physical body. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. As you exhale, open your hands rub your palms together and gently place them over your eyes. Slowly open your eyes on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You may now release your palms, taking your time. Welcome back, Masters.
Thank you very much, Sneha ma'am. It was a wonderful journey.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Masters, we are now open for your experiences and your questions, if any.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you very much for the beautiful meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, Shri Devi ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you so much for all of you. Madam, I have one question. Usually when we inhale, sometimes I remember like we inhale peace and exhale kind of any unwanted things like stress or anxiety or whatever. But in today's meditation, it's like we are inhaling whole and exhaling complete. So how does it, like I thought exhaling is always some kind of negative energy, but complete and other stuff, what you explained today is not kind of any negative things, right?
Ma'am, since today's meditation was based into connecting with the oneness, what we are getting from the universe, we are actually experiencing it and spreading it again back. That is what the complete wholeness cycle is all about. Usually when we do is to relax ourselves, is to connect with ourselves, inhaling positivity and cleansing out all the negativity. But once the oneness part comes in, whatever we are receiving, we are giving it back. We are expanding it. We are connecting the chain. So that was the idea behind exhaling the similar kind of energy and inhaling the same back.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you so much.
Thank
Detailed explanation.
Thank you.
And also I would like to share something today. What happened is one of my friend son is suffering with some disease. So last time I, like after Sri Devi's madam suggestion and meditation, today I went to their home and I gifted one pyramid, whatever I was having, and sit with their entire family. And we did a 20 minutes meditation and also explained them and joined the like some meditation our groups and tried my best to invite one more family to the our family. So I'm feeling good. Thank you so much. Just want to share it.
Wonderful, Sridevi ma'am. Beautiful.
Manisha ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. And now same question I wanted to ask you why when we are exhaling, so I got the answer. Thank you so much. Because we exhale, so we say that all worries, everything has going out. So thank you so much. And now thank you, Swarna ma'am, for revising this topic because I forgot to implementing this topic in my life. Thank you, Swarna ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Nisha. Yeah, masters, please take this time as an opportunity to clarify any questions in any areas that you may have. Could be like meditation, or could be today's session, or the past sessions. Anything is fine.
So again, once again, a wonderful session and a wonderful meditation today. So I have one question, Swarna ma'am. You classified 4 categories of relationships: enemy, blood relations, friends, and spiritual masters. So my question is, so when you look at people like the professional relationships that we have, or we have like spouse who's not a blood relationship, so even they have to be classified like that in that same categories.
Yes, sir. Yes, they are classified as you can take as spiritual masters or friends or enemies, right? Some people thinks the family husband is their own enemy, so they think that enemy. And so means enemy is not in terms of enemy, because you have grown and their state of being is like still they're growing up, and they still haven't learned the lessons and wisdom. So they do show the tantrum now and then. So they are considered as enemies, but you have to be like a wall and always be neutral and always show the positive effect, and be compassionate, and give love, and you attract the same thing from them. So that's how we have to take them. So yeah, they can come under as a friends. If they are like very sometimes it's friend, husbands or wives, or they're like close friends, right? So you can take like enemy, or so depends on your relationship at that time, but type of your wisdom or type of consciousness, those around you and you. So that's how you take them. Depends on your knowledge, wisdom. Or sometimes husband can be your spiritual master, right? Because he comes to into journey more, and he knows more knowledge than you, so you consider them even though he's husband, but you always have a spiritual discussion with them. So yeah, yes, so you can take whatever categories they belongs to.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Nana ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Hi, masters. Morning, Snehaji. Very beautiful meditation. Just love the voice, that mithas. It just, cleanses the heart. Thank you so much. And Swarnaji, no words for how you explained. I think it was so astonishing to learn this concept of 5-binder relationship. Most of the time when I don't know about others. I had this, nature. If I didn't like somebody, if somebody troubled me, I used to cut off the relation. I never talked to such people, complete cutting off. It was like that with me. But later, when GK sir taught this concept, it was such a big awareness for me that, it's we who have selected or chosen this. So it's important to carry them, whether we, they gel with us or don't. It's always important to have that neutrality and, continue that relationship throughout. So it was so eye-opening for me. And I think what Swarna ma'am said, whoever it is, too much of attachment will always push us, in trouble. So that was so beautiful, and thank you. If we implement, I think all of us are implementing, most of us, once we learn spiritual tablets. So it has been very, 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 relieving with all the relationship. Thank you, with whoever it is. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Nainaji. Thank you, beautiful words, so sweet words. So thank you very much.
Yeah, Swarna ma'am, you explained about the relation so beautifully. Though we heard it many times earlier from GK sir and other masters, it is like so refreshing to hear from you once again all those things in such a beautiful way. And masters, all of you, please trust us and implement all these relations in our daily life, and let us make our life so beautiful by implementing these principles. Thank you once again. So, Sneha, as usual, it's a wonderful meditation from you every day, and so relaxing and so calm and all that. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Vardhini ma'am. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, we are all journeying together, so it's a beautiful thing. So thank you very much.
Swarna madam, this is Sridevi again. Can you share me the first slide of Arshad Vargas and 7 essence? Just the first slide. I wanted to take a look one more time, but I thought of taking screenshot, but I forgot.
We'll share the video,
Is
ma'am.
that okay
Recording.
to share?
You can check the recordings in the YouTube, right?
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, you can subscribe those, so you get notifications whenever they deploy those videos to the website or YouTube.
Okay, Swarna madam. Okay, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you.
Ma'am, can I ask a question, ma'am?
Sure, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Now, okay, now many persons have raised this question about some relationships having a bearing on the past life. Are we going to cover that past life relationships in this 40-day program?
Sir, in what context do you want to know on the bearing of past life relationships?
No, but see, like, some relationships you clearly see that, okay, there is something coming beyond the current life. Okay. I see hatred in, between the two of my, family members, and you clearly see, okay, these whatever goes is beyond logic. Okay. So, these kind of relations, even between some friends, colleagues, there is something behind them, behind their fighting. So, I'm trying to find out, is there any way we can reach out to understand, or what is, how do they manifest in this life?
Sir, I would recommend these 2 books called Soul's Journey by Robert Squartz, in which he beautifully explains about the relationships that we decide upon and how we incarnate in this lifetime, deciding where to incarnate, which place to incarnate, in which family to incarnate, and why to incarnate. These are Soul's Gift and Soul's Journey, 2 books by Robert Squartz, which is Soul Plan and yeah. Okay. So these are 2 books by Robert Squartz. We have given the list of the books in the must-read book list. Beautiful books on understanding soul science, especially relationships. So there is a law of karma that keeps on acting, and this law of karma is such a subject. It's so intense, which with so many branches, we need to understand it in, what do you say, in a 360-degree view, which our 3-dimensional brain can't understand. But this law of karma is like acting every second in our life. So they say prarabdha karma, agami karma, and all these karmas are there. So we bring up few karmas, we bring up these relationships, we need to work on them. So yeah, as you said, it's very, very clear that we are interacting with these people due to that law of karma in action. So yeah, I think these 2 books will really give you a nice understanding. Very beautifully said by the author.
Okay, yeah, good. Thank you.
Yeah, and I have one comment to your question, sir. Yeah, definitely books teaches us so much. And to your question, you know that you already realize that the whatever relationship you are going through is coming from past life, right? So you already recognize those. So wonderful thing. So you're already moving in the positive side. So now what is next, right? That's what you're concerned. What I need to do. So when you already know it, why don't you accept it? And you know the law of karma, right? It's coming from past life. It doesn't come just doesn't nature throw you all the sad memory, unhealthy relationships. So something we have done in the past life that is coming to you. So you already know, you already recognize that's a beautiful, fantastic thing. So now you need to do just accept it, because now you know you did something wrong. So that is coming to you through your relationship now. So simply accept and forgive yourself and forgive them as well. Okay, so that is like before just in your day-to-day life. That's what I do. I have gone through so many things before coming into this meditation. I used to think why it is happening with me. I'm not doing anything, I am not even in a situation. That day when I entered in somebody's life, I started receiving those things. So your receiving means like nature is showing you have done something and you need to transform yourself in that area. Okay, whether even if you forget about past life, something you are receiving, some unhealthy thing, that means something you need to change within you. So it is emotion or thought process and all. So, but it's good if you are recognized, then you just forgive and give them love, so much love. Say to yourself, I have done something harm to you in the past life. So that is coming to me. So I can see how much pain you have gone through. Usually the past life, the double or triple of the pain you give, but you only give one portion, small portion of that pain in this life. So imagine how much intense pain they might have gone through, right? Because of that. So just if you have that awareness and understanding, then what else we have, right? Just love and compassion. So there is no hatred. So I have turned so many things, initially it's hard to accept, but the person comes into your life in front of you, you want to go and hug and just surrender to them. Like, yes, I have done so much, that's why it's coming. So even if I know the other person are not in the same understanding, they think like you are still the same, right? But again, you have to go through this transformation, go and mingle with them. And if the given chance is given, don't just take voluntarily and go in front of them and yeah, just I'm ready for the test. The situations do come. So take that and work on yourself, give them compassion, and again test. So all the tips that we have discussed, just implement those things. Then everybody will change around you. So you don't need to go through the past life regression, meditation, and all those. And but the books along with the meditation books do a lot of knowledge, and that sink into your brain and make you whole. So that's my takeaway.
Okay,
Good question.
Thank you.
Ramakrishna Garu, in your question, you mentioned about the people, the two people that in your family that are actually you mentioned about in your question.
Yes.
So
that is one
if I
relationship
understood that
observing.
correctly, then you are actually judging and you are actually assuming. And how do you know that they are being coming from the past karmas for those two people or from the past lives? So
I do not know honestly.
maybe because of the other concept that they mentioned about, and they have talked about judgment and assuming. So maybe you just check yourself that whether those two things are happening in your judgment and assuming about those two people, and do you really need to do that? So for the other people in yourself. So just question yourself and see that whether what kind of answer that comes to you.
Okay.
Good point, Ashok sir. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, exactly. That could be that coming, reflecting the same thing that you have in you. So means whatever it is, the process is the same.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, Anita ma'am.
Yeah, Swarna ma'am, you explained so beautifully. And now also you explained about acceptance so beautifully. And that is why I raised my hand to convey my experience, that this is one thing that has helped me a lot in my life. There are too many things that we don't like around. Either it is dislike or it is a problem that you are in and you don't have the solution for it. And we go on thinking about it, we go on worrying about it, and that is what um, depletes our energy, or that goes on affecting our life. So I accepted everything, means that I made a principle that keep accepting whatever happens, be an observer, and keep doing whatever you're supposed to do, all your duties, all your dharmas, and nature takes care of itself, everything. Universe has its own way of sorting things out, and whatever happens in our life, it is already decided, and everything happens to give us an experience. When I look at it that way, things really start getting sorted out slowly. They have their own time, because everything has its own energy. That much energy is needed, so when that much energy is gathered, it automatically goes on getting cleared. So I wanted to share this with everyone here. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Anita ma'am.
Thank
Beautiful,
you, Anita.
beautiful sharing. Yeah, that inspires many.
Okay, I think we are top of the line now, and 10:15. That's what we are closing the sessions every day, and yeah, we are